Our Father who art in heaven, nanyị nke bi n'eluigwe, ka aha gị dị nsọ, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee all over this very planet that you created. They are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained. That this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit, because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Oh, is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All these we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you.
Yes, once again, I will say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazi Uchi Ukafo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra. Anambra State is BIAFRALAND. He is the man who has told us that silver and gold he has none, but the only thing he has is that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. Now you know why a lot of people are paranoid. You know why so many useless animals are out there within and outside there trying to run him down. And so when you see a genuine Biafra working assiduously, being propelled by media directly or indirectly to destroy them, you will understand that he represents something. This is one truth and one fact that they cannot deal with. No matter what you do, you will never be Uche Mefo. No matter what you do, you will never be him. He can only deliver one truth, and that is, no corruption will see this platform. Isn't it amazing that Biafrans can be able to manage a system, a department, where the corruption that is Nigeria is self-impersonification cannot access? When our leader was held in Kaminikado, denied access to justice system, being tortured by Awusa Fulani Barawu Dambanza with the Yoruba counterparts, the world was mute. But we had one man to defend the outline post of the Biafran people, and that was Radio Biafra. And do you know who holds the key? It was Uche Mefo. He stood his ground to defend the Biafran people in the last outpost. A moment where everybody would have succumbed. A moment where all of us would have fallen apart. He said no. He said no. Many people were yapping and say, Uche Mefo don't talk like Nnamdi Kanu. But what is your business? Must we talk like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? And now you know why he's our Lord Uche Mefo. Our holiest Uche Mefo. Our righteousness Uche Mefo. Our Messiah Uche Mefo. And then some people will say, this is blasphemy. How can they say Uchimefo is a holiness? Don't you know that the Pope and other people who watch with him like Cardinal Okoji, all of them are his holiness? Ndiara. Don't you know the owner of your one room apartment, that bacha you live? Is he not landlord you call him? It's just a matter of time. For the avoidance of that, I won't digress further. And so when we come here, we talk about him. He gave one promise and he kept by it. You are a governor, you are anybody, you are a Biafran. Stand aside if you cannot guarantee the safety of your people. If the purpose of your existence is not to ensure that the next breed of Biafrans have a very comfortable life, living peacefully as our father has taught us, then you stand aside. If you refuse to stand aside, IPOB say moving train, we will crush all of you at the right time. It's just a matter of time. Of course, Mazuchi is standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader, His Excellency, His Holiness, His Mightiness, His Magnificentness. What grammar do I use? Lord Mazinande Ukukano, the Prince of Afari Beku, heir to the throne of Ibeku Kingdom, original monarch. Forget about what Theresa May and their people are doing. Everybody know that true monarch is not led by a woman. If in our culture as Hebrews that we are, I must tell you, if a king fail to have a male son, that means that king has soiled his hand. God said in the Bible, I will cut off his lineage. He said to David, as far as there are people, your children that will continue to live after my statue, I will make sure that all your children in time to come, all of them will have a male to represent them. But when they digress and deviate from my ways, I will cut off their lineage and they will not have any son any longer. There was King Theophilus, there was King James, there was King, all of them from Theresa May ancestor. Where are the male? And when you are calling Theresa May queen, you begin to wonder, where are the king in Theresa May palace? Because the queen of England, the monarch of England, soiled their hand. The almighty creator, according to his word, called their lineage off. And you have a woman parading herself as a queen. A queen is supposed to remain in the palace there. If it's a queen mother, she remain in the palace and attend to the food that is being cooked by the cook in the kitchen, and allow the king to preside over the affair of man. Believe me, if you are among those women who fight for gender equality, I cannot help you. You know in your heart of hearts that the truth is that man and woman are not equal. It doesn't matter how you want to interpret it, but the truth remains that any man who feels is more powerful than a woman and decide to destroy that woman, that man is insane, that man is lower than animal, and that man is not man, that man is a monkey, and it is a babu. Because man was actually empowered to protect the woman physically, and the woman was actually empowered to protect the man spiritually. These are the truths that cannot be overemphasized. And so when we come here, we praise, we render admonishment to our supreme leader Mazen Nandekano. Do not envy him because you can never be him. What he did, you cannot do. Even if you can come out now and do it, but in the time where he did it, it was unobtainable. And now you know why we call him His Holiness, His righteousness. If one pope can be called His Holiness, and then my mother Nandekano is called the Most Holiest. Mad people, they want to judge you by English. Please, if God talk to you in the toilet and God talk to you in the kitchen, to me, don't even come close to me, because I will give you typhoid fever. And I can assure you that God sending you to me will not even deliver you. This is Radio Biafra Extra for the avoidance of doubt. And I remain George Onibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State. Every piece of land in Delta State are Biafrans. Of course, they know there is no issue there. We are Biafrans and there is nothing you can do. More than 75% of people in Edo State are Biafrans. For the avoidance of that, forget about the Eba of Benin. He's a Yoruba man, the son of Oni of Ife. The last born of Oni of Ife was sent to teach us, when they divided us, how to actually rule our people in the monarchy system of government. He came and married a Benin woman, and I can assure you that the Benin woman gave birth to a son. The first son Yoruba first son that stood on the throne of the Benin kingdom, his name is Ewika. They call him Ewika in the Great, according to Historia. Ewika the Great, the last son of Oni of Ife, later married another Benin woman where they give birth to Ovaromi Obaisi or Monoba Radio. Among other, before the current lunatics stay in there, when you see Bini person trying to antagonize you as a Biafran. Do not worry, you should be able to know their fear at this moment. I am George Onyibe for the avoidance of doubt. And our topic this morning, without wasting much of our time, of course, I won't say the topic until I acknowledge the Almighty Creator himself, Chukwu Kikabiama, the one that sits in heaven and preside over the affair of man. He is the one that have ordained this day, but because without him we can do nothing. I must acknowledge him, for he is our guide, the matter both great and small. In wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, without Chukwu Kikabiama, we are gone as a people. Some of them want to know why we do what we do and how we do what we do. Do not search further. Repent and give your life to Chukwu Kikabiama. That does not mean you should be a part of a Shabbat or Yehudian or Shabbatism or Pentecostal. No, Chukwu Kikabiama is not a Yehudian, it's not a Shabbatarian, it's not anything you call him, it is not anything. Chukwu Kikabiama is Ogomo, for the avoidance of doubt. And some of you will have to go and drink Panadol for this very statement. Chukwu Kikabiama represent Ogomo Ndiara. You can be yapping all you can, but we know who he is. He is the one who has set our feet upon this path, the very primordial influence that drives us in everything we do. And that is why when I come up every day, I must acknowledge him. And then you stand by and let me do the needful. Let me offer the sacrifice that smells as a savour, a very holy savour, sweet savour, smelling that is accepted unto him. You won't understand it, but one day you will understand. Your Yoruba pastors are busy telling you that when you worship God, begin to tell you, Name wa atoro, Name wo shishi anymore here, Name wo shishi, and when I tell you, you say, no, this man is blaspheming. But this is what you worship God in English. You tell God, oh, you are rose. The moment you say you are rose, you are telling him, oh, he was sitting on him more here. The moment you tell him, oh, you are the Lamb of God, and you are simply telling him that, oh God, you are a lamb. Wake up this morning and tell your father, Daddy, watoro. The slap you will remove, you will never wake up from coma even the next 1,000 years. And now you see why we tell you what we tell you. He is not Atoro, he's not Anomano, he's not Anompama, he's not Osisi no anymore here. Manihi Nandibanye Sendibamba Nanye Guaranye or Dironye Yiria. Our ancestors told us that there is nothing to compare with him. Not and never again, if you must understand. And that is why they said to us even before now, Odionye yiriyao, Odionye yiriyao, Odionye yiri Chineke nke n'igwe o. Onwere onye a ga-eji ma ya tụsọ ya yiriyao. Ịmana anyị raja ya ma o, n'ihi na ọ mara mma o. Ịhụnanya anyị nagi obioma ya ujuru anya dadimo inwe gị mgbanwe ọ dịghị onye dịka gị ịbụ Alfa na Omega anyị niile na-asị na ịdị mma o mmụ Ipob na-asị na ịdị mma o Nnamdi Kanu na-asị na ịdị mma o Uche Mefo na-asị na ịdị mma o George Onyibe na-asị na ịdị mma o Obidi Obienu na-asị na ịdị mma o anyị niile na-asị na ịdị mma o. If you do not accept what I have said, I will not ask you to go and hawk transformer because there is no light in this zoo called Nigeria. Please go and jump inside well. And then we must proceed. Like I said earlier, our topic today is simple. Media is a weapon. Media is a weapon. Let it sink into you. Media is a weapon. The media is like the snake with so many heads. When I watched the film known as Odyssey fought a snake with 7 heads. Each of these heads represents something. He has to move from the length and breadth of the world in order to be able to defeat the evil that plagues his people, the kingdom of Etika, before he can return home. He confronted the monster with the 7 heads. I want to tell you that in the likeness of that manner, the media is a weapon or a snake with 7 heads. It could be also likened to be a double-edged sword. The Bible says, for the word of God is the double-edged sword that is able to divide the flesh and the spirit, piercing into the bone marrow, separating the white blood cells from the blue blood cells and the black blood cells. The word of God can be able to divide day and night, and I tell you, that is exactly the role the media play. I think whoever wrote that chapter was actually telling you what the media can do. God bless you, Biafra. But most of you do not know. Some people very soon will come on my platform and tell me, we have been talking and let's move to action. Please, if you are on Facebook Live now, you see any lunatic telling you to move into action, please give that lunatic typhoid fever. Just type typhoid fever. Tell that lunatic is fathered by Awosaful and he was born or she was born by cow. Where are Ogechi? Ogechi now have run out of ink. Where are these useless Okechuku that God was talking to in the toilet? They no longer talk. Where are all these Iluanya? Let me tell you something. I respect Ikena one on any. Ikena one on any. Wherever you are, you belittled yourself by following Iluanya. Retrace your step. You can come to Radio Buhari International and talk, and you think people have regard for you. What did I call his name? Ikena one on any. We respected you. And George Onibe, I thought you will be able to help Iluanya to come back to the right track, but you failed to do that. Ikena one on any. You should be a hero. Except you have conspired with the enemy. You conspired against Uchimefo because you thought Iluanya was telling you the truth. Of course, Iluanya will have the privilege to repent when he wants to. But when he fails to repent, that thing you people are looking for, or Pambo, or Tagwa, and all that group of companies who are trying to destroy this image, the image of IPOB, all of you will be destroyed at the end of the day. Akanye de Kwochadi Amama o. Mama nas boabo every morning on our Pochineke Chuko Kikabia na wire Nena Kamo Mubiafra Lena Kamo Nakamo de Kwono Chao Bikolena Kamo Enunana Lena Kamo Nakamo de Kwono Chao Enwero misikange bu Enwero maja kanse kanto wano Sisekpero toto kane kpere ndi ụwa o Otoro maja nunu anugo Enwero misikange bu Enwero maja kanse kanto wano Imana sisekpero toto kane kpere ndi ụwa Wow, yes, you can slow us down, you can frustrate us, you can make us to sleep in the gutter, you can make us, no matter what you do, but you must understand, we're not here to take the way belong to another person, we're not here to oppose anybody, we just want to be free, we want to be allowed. So as our Father said, anything you want to do it while you have the time. We must move on to our study this morning. Our topic, like I said earlier, is media is a weapon. But for you to be able to understand what we are saying, and I think I just need to play an audio for you. If I were to be in a TV station, I should have been able to allow you to see the man who is actually making this very, very, very utterance. I want you to listen very carefully before I move into our topic.
We all know about the fake news. I've just proved to you that they create the fake news, that it's not impartial, that they work with far left extremist organisations. That's been proven. If there's one thing that symbolised them, the BBC covered for Jimmy Savile. They covered for Stuart Hall. Up to 100 children were raped and abused, many of them on the property of this organisation. Let me show you this statue that is at the entrance to the BBC. That statue was sculptured by a man called Eric Gill. Eric Gill was a paedophile. He raped his own daughters. He had sex with animals. He had an incestuous relationship with his sister. When the Catholic Church became aware of this man's crimes, they removed and covered all sculptures made by him. The BBC refused to. They were asked to, but they refused to. If you have disgust now, and you're fed up with paying for this, or for the propaganda they use against you, for the negative portrayal of Brexit, If you're fed up with all of these things, what can you do?
Now you know the truth. We're talking about the power, the weapon, media as a weapon, but you will not understand. And I must advise you, if you are calling my private WhatsApp this moment, do not call my private WhatsApp. I will give you typhoid fever when I pick. Allow this video to play for the avoidance of that. Listen very carefully. Somebody is telling you about BBC Info as a media
we
empire.
We all know about the fake news. I've just proved to you that they create the fake news, that it's not impartial, that they work with far left extremist organisations. That's been proven. If there's one thing that symbolises them, the BBC covered for Jimmy Savile. They covered for Stuart Hall. Up to 100 children were raped and abused, many of them on the property of this organisation. Let me show you this statue that is at the entrance to the BBC. That statue was sculptured by a man called Eric Gill. Eric Gill was a paedophile. He raped his own daughters. He had sex with animals. He had an incestuous relationship with his sister. When the Catholic Church became aware of this man's crimes, they removed and covered all sculptures made by him. The BBC refused to. They were asked to, but they refused to. If you have disgust now, and you're fed up with paying for this, or for the propaganda they use against you, for the negative portrayal of Brexit, if you're fed up with all of these things, what can you do?
This is Oyibo man. This is Oyibo man. You know, when we come, we talk about the Europeans, we talk about the Americans, we talk about the whites, colored, yellow, purple, outside black. We're not trying to condemn any of them because we know they have wonderful people among them. When we talk about Yoruba as chameleon and backstabbing individual, not all of them, I must tell you. When we say Awosa, Fulani, Barawo, Dambanza are evil, not all of them. This is a European man, of course, from British government telling you to beware of BBC. That BBC is evil. A British man is telling you that BBC is evil. Even Catholic Church, even though they see the evil happening in BIAFRALAND, they become mute, forgetting that Cardinal Okoji and most of the people who control Vatican City are Biafran people. They keep mute. This man said no. He refused. He stood up. He moved forward and said, no, I belong to BBC, but BBC is evil. BBCs are Homo sapiens. BBC, who as Homo sapiens, are people raping boys and girls. They defend rapers. Did you not hear what he said? You know, he's speaking Oyibo, so if you are in Africa, you may not understand that Queen's English. When he said, he was not speaking another grammar. He was actually trying to pronounce BBC. Mama. Listen to it again.
BBC. Thing that symbolises the BBC.
The BBC.
All know about the fake news. I've just proved to you that they create the fake news, that it's not impartial, that they work with far left extremist organisations. That's been proven. If there's one thing that symbolises them, the BBC covered for Jimmy Savile. They covered for Stuart Hall.
They cover evil.
100 children were raped and abused, many of them on the property of this organisation. Let me show you this statue that is at the entrance to the BBC. That statue was sculptured by a man called Eric Gill. Eric Gill was a paedophile. He raped his own daughters. He had sex with animals. He had an incestuous relationship with his sister. When the Catholic Church became aware,
BBC covered it up.
They removed and covered all sculptures made by him. The BBC refused to. They were asked to, but they refused to. If you have disgust now, and you're fed up with paying for this, or for the propaganda they use against you, for the negative portrayal of Brexit, if you're fed up with all of these things, what can you do?
Nothing. We can simply do nothing. So people do not understand. That is why this morning I choose my topic as simple as the media is a weapon. They killed 10 million Biafrans and the world pretend not to know anything about it. Why? Because BBC did her job very well. The saboteurs are doing their job very well. You know, during the war, the BBC, the reason I do not come on air here and castigate American and Donald Trump and the rest of them, it is because I know that between 1967 and 1970, the Americans were involved in a war between Vietnam. Only God knows why they went to fight Vietnam. But I'm very happy that American can never come out and tell you the truth about what happened in Vietnam. When you see Hausa Fulani Alamajiri Barawu Dambanza carrying AK-47 in Biafraland, it was first manufactured by a Vietnam. A Vietnam scientist went into the lab and said, instead of we to allow American to kill us, because you go and ask Muhammad Ali, he refused to fight for American people. Of course, he's a black man. Trace his origin is a Biafran. He refused to fight for America to exterminate the Vietnamese. And if he's relegated to the background today, it's because he chose to do the right thing. Vietnam will not give way. They were rights farmer. So you Monkey and Babu who are Biafrans and say we cannot challenge the world power, you are hopeless and you are miserable. Vietnam were ordinary rice farmer when they manufactured AK-47. Of course, Ojukwu and his brothers who defended our territory were ordinary men who created Ogbunigwe among others. When you agree now, you will see they will crumble before our feet. This is the truth you will never get from the media. Yes, so America has an issue to attend to. British government gave us media blockage. They killed our people. British government were telling them, don't worry, what you are seeing in Biafra land is a draft. Is there a draft in Ohiamini? Is there a draft in rainforest? British BBC did what they did. So where you are giving BBC Igbo audience, you are hopeless and you don't know this. Drive them away. Don't tell me you are anybody and you are giving audience to them. Have you considered what they did to us? Maybe you are still sleeping. Maybe you are demented and you don't have sense. Don't give audience to them. We have BBC Hausa Fulani Barawu Dambanza for over 70 years before they came to Igbo land. We have BBC Yoruba for over 30 years before they come to BIAFRALAND. Why did they come now? Because Biafran has a media outfit to checkmate them. Media is a weapon, I must tell you. Number one, media is the information arm. It gives you updates on daily occurrence on every issue. Media, as you know, many people as I'm talking to you at this hour have tuned to CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera, Fox News, and so on European fraudulent media platform. What they want is, once Oyibo man say it is the truth. If one Oyibo man now come out and say, the Lord told me that pig is the God, the creator of the world, the whole black monkey and babu will follow immediately. And so they listen to these fraudulent news outfits. They listen to them. But you know, on Radio Biafra, they are telling you they insult people and are adding them mad. They not civilized enough. You are mad. Thunder will fire your father and your mother. Don't you know that hate speech is the only antidote to hate action? Hate speech is the only antidote to hate action. So if you do not know it now, you better know it, for you're going to die a very miserable death. The media is the information arm that updates you daily on what happens on daily basis. I was in a Kempo in 2015. I would have been dead by now because I was directed to go to St. Edmund Catholic Church in a Kempo, Anambra. But when I got to Opiweka, I started calling the person that was supposed to give me directive to a Kempo. His number was switched off. I spent many hours in a Kempo not being able to access the Catholic Church because it was Chidebe who gave me the address. His number was not even reachable. But I give glory to Chukwukike Abiaman this moment that their land was switched off. And having stayed in Opiweka for a long time, my intention is that between Onitsha, Opiweka to Abo, I just need 400 naira to transport myself back to where I was born, where my umbilical cord was buried. I waited. And I have to call my state coordinator then, who is David Njoko. And David Njoko still remains the state coordinator of Iguacha, River State. He's from Iguacha. He's from River State, Indiana. And he said to me, oh, I'm in a Kempo already. I'm staying with one of our brother. Can you come and join us? So they have to direct me. I moved and joined in. It was 3 a.m. in the morning. They start calling me. Because then I was actually acting as deputy national coordinator for BIAFRALAND. Oh God, they are killing us. So I was hearing the sound of gun. They were shooting sporadically against unarmed Biafran people because we choose a market in a Cape World to be able to remember our Heroes Day that is very, very, very close at hand, as I tell you now. We will celebrate the Heroes Remembrance Day in Biafra land. So if you are Awusa Lamajiri Barawu Dambanza with Yoruba, Nigerian terrorists, Sami Fulani, Herdsmen, Boko Haram, Miyati, Allah, Immigration, Custom, you work with the Civil Defense, you work with Nigerian Police Force, you work with the Artillery, the Air Force, what do they call them? Yes, the Navy, you work with them. Get ready. In this Biafra land, we will remember our hero and there is nothing you can do about it. I said, what is going on? The sound of bullet I was hearing would not allow me to hear what they were actually trying to tell me. But between 3 a.m. in the morning till 5 a.m., they have slaughtered all Biafrans, over 1,000 of them that were launched in St. Edmund Catholic Church. The Reverend Father in St. Edmund Catholic Church have been kidnapped already. As I tell you, most of these victims are somewhere in India, some of them in Malaysia, some of them even in America. They are currently obtaining treatment. Because at the right time, we will tell the story how we overcome. So if you are from America, there is a documentary program produced by America. It is known as How We Got Here. Without the Soviet Union, America will not be what they are today. And so without Awusa Barawu Dambanza with the Yoruba chameleon in nature and the British terrorist government, Biafrans will not be here. Stop us now. What we've done today will echo into eternity. It will become a profile machinery for all the so-called useless, dirty, stinking world power who are actually corrupted-minded individuals. For we will tell you the truth is naked, and we are coming out nakedly for the avoidance of doubts. But when I left that avenue and I came close to Opi Wika, I saw the Yoruba Gota media, because the media in the zoo called Nigeria is propelled by the Yoruba people. They have a monopoly over it. They were busy. Adanjogodo, me Adanjogodo, yeah, Adanjogodo. I wanna feel like Ray. I told my brother with me, I said, do you know in less than a kilometer from here, there is a hospital where the dead body of IPOB member Biafrans is heaped up? And now you are seeing these people who are Biafrans, who are supposed to be in the know to know what is happening. They are singing, Adanjogodo, me Adanjogodo, yeah, Adanjogodo. I wanna feel like Ndiara. You will never know what is happening because you fail to understand that the media is a weapon. Over 10 million Biafrans were murdered and nobody knows them, nobody monitors them, nobody pray for them, nobody lay them to rest. But you can see what the Islamic jihadist nation are doing. They are telling you, oh, the killing in New Zealand, in Jesus Christ land, where they call New Zealand, 49 died, we will not agree, we will unleash hell and mayhem. Monkeys and baboons are jumping up and down. 10 million died. 10 million is not 100. 10 million is not 100. It's not 1,000. No media tell the world how many people who died. Theresa May is still gallivanting. The breed of the terrorists is still gallivanting. We're thinking they are relevant. Everybody in the world, Theresa May, anywhere you go, look at people shaking you. According to my leader, Mazen Nanikano, look at anybody shaking you, Theresa May. They are looking at you and say, so this woman is this evil? Are you telling me this woman is this horrible? Gosh! Theresa May, this is the mindset people have for you, for your information. British government, they know where you are. So when you come, you are speaking English. Everybody know you are a vampire. You are a blood-sucking demon. That's thing you have done to Africa. If you do not undo it, the next generation of Biafran people, I do not care where you come from, whether you are the Babylonians, whether you are the Vampiranians, whether you are the terrorization, it does not really matter what you happen. There is a God that sits in heaven. He presides over the affair of man. He is the one who will decide who live and who die, not you. Do what you can today, for tomorrow will be the turn of another man. Everything you have done today, it shall surely speak against the people in due time. Number 2, media is supposed to be the entertainment arm for a time of realization. Media, like I said, as an arm of entertainment, I want you to go in Nigeria. Come to Nigeria. We've done so much as Biafrans for South Africa. What I do not know is why Biafrans are South Africans are very poised to kill Biafra. But anything they are doing, we are on record with them. Go TV, South Africa. DSTV, South Africa. MTN, South Africa. South Africa, if you are listening to me, go and profile those who patronize you. They are all Biafrans. I also don't watch Go TV. Hausa don't watch DSTV. Hausa don't use MTN. As I'm talking to you now, I'm using MTN. God will punish you. MTN, look at your data. George Onibe is registered there with my father's name, my mother's name, my papa's name. I am not in Sambisa Forest. I'm in BIAFRALAND. God will punish all of you. But you keep Biafrans every slight opportunity you receive dollar from Hausa, Brawu, Dambaza, with the Yoruba, you will now begin to hear xenophobia. Go and find out all the country that supported Mandela to be able to deliver you from Apata. By now, Lucky Dube was singing for you. You know, Lucky Dube was the one of the musicians who actually told them what was happening to you. They say to me, son, we build no schools anymore. All they build will be prison. 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 I am a free man. It's a lie. Lucky Dube sang. There are many more musicians who sing before you get out of that your stupid state. And they are Biafrans. Go and trace Lucky Dube origin back to Liberia. 90% of those people who call themselves Liberia are Biafrans. Most of them, out of this 90%, about 70% are coming from Arochukwu, because when the colonial terrorist master from America came to pick our people, they dropped them in where they call the Ibo landing. Many of our women drowned themselves instead of to be a slave. Americans could not bear this, so they put them back in the ship and returned them. Before they get to West African region, they have to stop at Liberia. Then Liberia was empty land, but because they know not what to do, they don't want to continue with their journey. They heap all of you there. Go and ask all Wycliffe and the rest of them. Go to Liberia, those of you in Liberia, monitor their tradition and their culture. You will see that it is the same thing with the people of Arochukwu, and now they think they don't know. So if you are Liberian, you are supporting Nigerian to kill us, you are killing yourself, but one day you will know the truth. But before I digress further, I'm trying to tell you that the musicians who sang to the world to hear, so that they know that South Africans are really in a deep shit, they are all Biafrans. I can remember Rusuliki, I can remember Manditos, I can remember so many of them. Rula Lady Danana, Margaret Thatcher, Ngobati, and Peter Buota, all of them just come together. They want to be the black master. Killing. Apartheid, but I wouldn't go further. So South African man, when you want to kill Nigeria, find out where they come from. If they are Biafrans, you must let them go, because they are the one who gave you the privilege to enjoy what you are enjoying today. If they are Oduduwa or Arewa, shoot them down, they are evil. Forget about your useless king who have turned to Muslim. This is the power of the media. You will never have known this without Radio Biafra. And so if you are in South Africa, tell them to stop fooling themselves, because we will judge all of them when the time comes. In terms of entertainment, they have GoTV owned by GoTV owned by South African people, DSTV owned by South African people, being patronized by Biafran people in the zoo called Nigeria. They give 2 platforms to Yoruba. They gave 2 platforms to Hausa. You have GoTV Hausa 1 and 2, GoTV Yoruba 1 and 2, but they did not give to Biafra that control 90% of the people that patronize them. They gave us a platform to showcase, to stream through Africa Magic. As I'm broadcasting through Radio Biafra Extra, I am just giving a package, a space to broadcast. That is what they did to us, those of you patronizing GoTV. I will wait for GoTV to give us Igbo platform, Ijo platform. When they fail to that, we will campaign against all of you. You think you are going to stop us, then you have to stop humanity for the avoidance of that. BBC has all it takes to blackmail us. Make sure nobody knows what we are going through as a people. You look at media as the educating arm of media. It is meant actually to enlighten the people regarding trading news. They will never tell you what is happening in Biafra land, that people are being killed on daily basis. Fulani herdsmen, Miati, Allah, Boko Haram, and these northern cabals, of course, they are area fathers and area boys with the Yoruba area boss. Sleeping under Uju Eleba Bridge as I talk to you. Most of them are in Oshoduki Bridge, Arabroeba, Woli, U-turn. Maybe Okoko Michael or other bridge in Lagos State. They are killing our people. They are frustrating them in every way imaginable. You will never hear this very thing. Nobody will be there to enlighten you. The media will never tell you where you come from. Try and call any radio station that will open their line for you to call this morning. You will see talk about Biafra. Just say Biafra or Mazen and the Kano. They will be so shocked that they will cut you off immediately, even unknowingly. Number 4, the media is supposed to be an investigative arm. Nigerian media don't investigate, but rather they cover forensic evidence of investigation that is offered to them. And so when you come and tell them, I saw this thing happen, they can even call the police to arrest you. So those of you who call the radio station in the zoo called Nigeria, you are giving them your true identity. You are in for a deep shit. The media is a weapon for the avoidance of doubt. Coming up with accurate report, conspiracy, any trending issue, to direct the people on how to go about issues at hand, they will never do that. Number 5, the media are supposed to be the image laundering arm, to promote the image of the people, to promote the culture of the people. But I want you as a Biafrans this morning, as you listen to any Gota media, it doesn't matter if it is owned by Ibu or it is owned by Joe, Monkey and Babu. Don't you know that, what do they call him? Bruce what? He's a Biafran. Biafran Joe. Go to his Gota media because his mother is Yoruba. He cannot, of course, he's doing his best. But then he has reservation because his mother is Yoruba. He don't want to cause people from his Montana. One day you people will choose where you will belong. You know, Joshua said, Rapota no no onyuno ganefe imanana munezi no nom I gefe chuku ina kuisha la yarose arosa perape akamado odiazi kwere muno nwem Chineke kangefe okemiri na-ebogwe ọgbankịta kuju n'ọnụ ya o ọbụnụ ya kangeso ọkaka nke bi n'igwe mmanite n'ọgwụgwụ onye eji anya isi ọbụnụ ya kangefe. Choose who you will serve. Asare Dokubo wife is a Yoruba, so when Asare Dokubo is speaking in favor of Yoruba, don't blame him, it's not his fault. That is why we warn Biafra women, stop marrying infidels. They are the infidels, but they call us infidels. Media is supposed to promote our identity, our culture. Look at all the Gota media and BIAFRALAND being promoted by Yoruba people and half-breed Biafra. Look at all of them. They are telling you how to use Ashebi. They will tell you one Yoruba hero. They will tell you about the Yoruba and the Hausa hero. They don't tell you about who you are. Let them begin to educate you about Biafra. Obasanjo should not deceive you that the reason they didn't keep the record is because Moritola Muhammad said they should not. Because at the end of the day, Moritola Muhammad is not a Hausa man. He's from Awuti region. He's a Biafran. I must tell you, the truth is that one day you will know the truth. Moritola Muhammad is one of those people that we adopted by Hausa to become relevant. They have to answer Hausa name for the avoidance of that. Ikenwachuku is not a Imo man. Sunday Babayaro and Celestine Babayaro are not Hausa people. These are Imo state indigenous who actually or who felt they cannot do better until they change their name. So media is a weapon. This weapon, Radio Biafra, you must use it to use it as antidote against every evil that have been used against us. If you are there, you are able to buy a mini transmitter, you are able to give us transmitter in Biafra land. Do it now while you have the time. If you are there, you are not listening to Radio Biafra, you are hopeless, you are useless, and you need deliverance, and we shall deliver you in due time. Go and look at our Salama Jiribara Udambanza. After eating tuwa the Shena Matua Sikapa tuwa the Nunu, they listen to Radio Biafra Hausa because BBC gave them BBC Hausa. Even 70 years before this moment, BBC gave them BBC Yoruba. Many years before this time, it is recently because of IPOB, BBC now gave them BBC Igbo. The BBC Igbo is looking for a way to justify the atrocity of the Fulani headsmen Miati Allah, Boko Haram terrorists against the Biafran people. They present this matter in such a way that you think they are helping you. Our leader Mazen Nandekano actually maybe decided to give them the privilege to interview him, but our leader Mazen Nandekano will currently testify that the matters of utmost importance he released to them, they refuse to air it. They only cut the clips that will enable them to betray him, to blackmail him in the nearest future. That is the one they play. And so you must understand the power of media. Make sure there is a Radio Biafra extra transmission in your community. Stop fooling yourself. You can live in America, you are not America. Even those Americans who don't know where they are coming from, we know where you are coming from. We will return you home at the right time. You can live in China, you are not from China. I watch audio clip in the night. Somebody around Benue State who was actually speaking Korean language, and the girl was saying, they want you to believe that it's achievement. Thunder fire Korean language and every other language imposed on anybody except it's their language. Korean language can only be respected when it is being spoken by Korean people. Do you know they don't speak English? If you are proud that you are very good English speaker, you are hopeless. Because as I am here, I'm not here to speak it English. For English has not done anything good to me. Because since I was born to this very moment, English have been changing it not. Every day English is changing it from one direction to another. And we are trying to speak it correct English so that they will acknowledge us that we are educated it. But we are not educated it. We are very hopeless and very useless. We will try to show that we are really enlightened because of the capacity of the grammar we are speculating everywhere in the zoo called Nigeria. For a very long time, I tried to post different posts. Go to my wall, you will see 99.9% of every post I send, everything I wrote on Facebook, you all have typographic error in them. And I watch people, they mock me. Look at this spelling, is not correct. Why are you using where for where? But they will not mock Oshibanjo, Redeemed Christian Church, who is currently the deputizing Sudanese Jubri. When he said where, you think he don't know what he's saying? In Yoruba language, nothing like where. Of course, he's a British government slave, and so he must continue like that. I'll be back in a minute. Without apology, get angry. Make you begin the verse, mad people. But don't accept the truth.
This is my song for freedom. They call me Chris Joki. Even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil, for still God that is always with me. He's always with me. My brothers will be coming home. Yeah, we made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. For happiness we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God. I have done the holy line, yeah, where God will always reign, and the sun will shine again. So we the people rejoice, yeah, where no one will tell me, yeah, that my song is suicidal, that I will lose my life for singing songs, where there is freedom of speech. Mr. Mepho will remind us that we are children of the Most High God. In Jerusalem we meet again, yeah. Cause we are the children of God. And the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah. We made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and no time is too late. So join me, let us get it.
Yes, at this moment, our lines are open. Our WhatsApp number is 070-815-45642. Our WhatsApp number once again is 070-815-45642. For the last time, I repeat, our WhatsApp number is 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. Our direct line once again is 081-221-52971. And the special line dedicated to the female is 081-288-5885. 586 14. The special line dedicated to the female, I repeat, is 081 288 586 14. For the avoidance of doubt, our lines are open, and you must understand that media is a weapon, a double-edged sword. Learn to make use of it. Good morning. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, my name is Amadi Yamelechi. I'm calling from River State, Iguacha.
Iguacha. Go ahead, please. The word is listening.
Yes. My dear brother George Onibe, I so much thank God to get it today. I have been sending text messages even during when they want to send Fulani men before the election, because myself I reside at Raja State, Obe precisely. I so much thank God for the job you have been doing. I every day in my life pray for you guys, pray for my director, Nandekano. I have never seen anybody in this world like him. Even my father, my mother, whom I used to say they are the best to me, but I have never seen whom to use to regard to my director. I keep on praying for him that nothing will happen to him. He will live wherever he is. His family will live. They will live to see Biafra. We all will live to see Biafra. Nothing will happen to us. No matter all their plans, we will not succumb. But one day, our one parable which they say, okay, wait to Aka. So I would like to greet my people with my language.
Go ahead, please.
Yes. And the River State, the Chi, I'm not on the bubble, no. No delay. Delay, no, we've told you, la heba shira Biafra. Biafra ya n'ihe Kenya, ọ bụ hama, ọ jọkwa n'ebiani. Onye ọbụla bilie ma ọbụla n'ụlọ. Ụmụnne gị, ụmụnna gị, onye ọbụla bilie kwube ihe gbasara Biafra. Biafra bụ hama anyị, anya tala ahụhụ egide. Hello? Hello? Okay. Anya tala ahụhụ egide. Abụ mgbe nụta nwoke, onye echi, onye akwụ karị, Amadi Anelechi. Amadi Anelechi onye akwụ. Anụ na-akpọ ọnụ so ụmụnne nwe n'ubi ike bọọbụla n'ụlọ. Hello? Okay. N'obili bọọbụla n'ụlọ. N'obili bọọbụla n'ụlọ. Bụ onye gbasara Biafra. Ka anyị nwee ike so gwakịta oke ma mgbe ọ ga-ebịaru n'ibi ka ọsọ bịaruo ọ ka nọ ndụ. Onye ọlọnọ jichi ike biko. Ọ dị nyere m anya ndị Awụsa gboo na-enyegbu egide. Nye gbuo onye akwụ were eluchi ya wetara nnama. Yipụ ịma ya were achụara nye. Na-egbu ibe ụmụ ihe mere na be nọ n'obe ihe. Onye ndị Awụsa ikeji achị nnama. Lele otu nwoke jere ịsụ ọrụ. Tụ ya. Tụgide ka o gbuo wee mụ ka gbafu wee were egbe gbaa ya. Lee meshin ya buru. Kemgbe taa ya mere kemgbe ụbọchị atọ taa na abalị akpọ ụzọ n'obe asaa. Nwoke mmadụ wetara meshin ya taa. O ji na-ewebe ọbụla n'ime ọhịa. Mana aka nọsị biko n'oje n'ime ọhịa nne nye wejebela agwọm nsochitụ azụ ma jee were ihu uwe n'udo because of ndị agwala anyị gburugburu onye ọbụla pụta ala ga-enyere ya aka Chukwu okike abịa ma ga-enyere ya aka nye merie ndị ewe ọbụla dị nso o ji wee chọọ ya anyị ga-emeriri site na agha. Yes.
And you are just speaking Igbo. But some monkey and babu from Ichi are telling it, no, I'm not Igbo, I'm not Igbo. Ndiara. There is a place they call Ibodo in Ichi. Do you know the place?
How much I know all those places.
Ibodo are Abo people. They are migrated from Delta State. In Delta State, we call them Ibodo.
Okay.
In River State, they are Ibodo. When you hear somebody say I'm from Omoko, these are Okwane from Delta State. Andoni, Omoko, Akaboka, these are Okwane people. They are still living by what the British government and the Yoruba, Barawu, Dambanza, Fulani told them. Go ahead, my brother, God bless you.
This thing you said now, I sometimes ask the oldest man in my place now that is about close to 90-something years now. So I asked him that, give him a can you hear this okwu Biafra anyị na-ekwu ya ndị Ichie maọbụ ndị Rivers steeti achọghị iji ike ekwu ya banyere ya. So ọ ga-adị enyewe m some references otu ihe mere na mbụ before the war, the way ndị Igbo jiri kpasị ndị Rivers steeti agwa. So
the way they lie to them. But look at how it is now. Do you know the real Ikwere man from Iheroha kingdom, Evo kingdom, the children of Apara? They hate a man like her because they believe that it's a woman that masterminded the killing of Obiwale. Are you aware of that? So who is deceiving who? Nigerian government kill Obiwale, use a girl who is a house help and set her up. And people from Rumokuta, Rumibo, all of them, Rumo Orosi, they are angry that a woman kill our Obiwale, we will hate a forever. But it is our Sabara Dambaza, it is Tuwon Shenam and the rest of them that killed it. You see, they set us up. We are busy fighting ourselves while they are stealing our resources. The same person who say they want your oil is the same person stealing your oil. All the oil well in a land belong to T.Y. Danjuma. Are you aware of it?
I'm aware of what is happening.
Okay, but Igbo man is your problem. Go and tell that your grandfather that didn't tell you the truth. We will put hot iron in their bomber when the time comes. Let me use bomber.
What I will still want us to do, if not chance, I have not been getting chance. That's why matter this radio on a
but we are not relenting till we make sure our people hear this gospel, and then we will.
After I come go the Blue Radio, but I can't remember when I go home sleep in the village because I want to confirm.
There is no
I'm the guy that always text you.
Okay, there is no problem. I think those people who are there can still listen through app. You see, okay. Thank you very much. One of the most miserable thing I do not understand is that when you come to a normal social circle and you ask somebody about Amadioha, Amadioha is the highest deity of the Biafran people, or should I say the Igbo extraction? Because when they use Amadioha for you, you are in deep shit. Now, some people will say, no, Amadioha is idol. Amadioha is evil. Who is Amadioha? They say he's God of thunder, invariably the God of war. And so if Amadioha is the God of war, as known by our people, which means Angel Michael, which is a God of war, is also Amadioha. Because if English has not deceived you, when we say Amadioha, you will know we are calling on Angel Michael. When I say, oh, Angel Michael, pursue my enemy, they say this guy is a prayer warrior. And I begin to speak in talk. Orobos KKKK, Angel Michael pursue them, Angel Michael pursue them. But when I say Orobos KKKK, Amadioha pursue them, they say it's evil, it's evil. That is why when you dance masquerade, they tell you it's evil. But when you go and do Halloween, it is holy. There are mad people. Don't come here and tell me you are not a Biafran. Your people are Niger Delta, Niger Upland, the River Ramboton. You think we are happy here? Wake up or forever sleep and don't wake up any longer. Yes, caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yes, so my brother Mazo. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Go ahead, please.
My name is Adema Abua. I'm from Ibodo. So I'm calling you from
Now, I'm happy now that the next caller is from Abo. He's from Ibodo. The Ibodo people in Eche, they call you people in Ibodo. In Abo, they are Ibodo. This is Abo man now, whose grandfather moved to Eche, River State, and they are not calling them Ibodo. Somebody is yapping and saying it's not Igbo. This is somebody Ibodo man now calling from Abo. When they're not in Machukuyaji. So if you are from Ibodo in River State, it is your brother that is calling you. This very man that come, it is from his father that all of you came out. You say you are from Obiakpo, you are jumping up and down, you don't even know the meaning of Obiakpo. Cross on each other, the next community there after Asaba is Obio. Go to Albo, there is a Catholic church there. I think that is the only Catholic church there. The street opposite Catholic church there, the family that owns all those land, they are central land. They are called Albo family. So when we tell you you are from Albo, we think we need your fucking oil. We want you to know where you are coming from. Somebody tell you are from Benin as Ikurema. The person is partially truth and partially wrong. Because when they use the name Benin, it look like you are Edo people. You are not from Oba of Benin. Abo, more than 55% of the land in Edo State is Abo people for the avoidance of that. All these places are Abo people for the avoidance of that. You think we are strangers here or we are saying what they told us? We are telling you what is embedded in our DNA by the Almighty Creator Chukwuka Abiyama himself. My brother, sorry for interrupting you. Just to make those Igbodo in Rivers State start yapping and know where they are coming from. Igbodo person, your very brother now in Rivers State claiming to be Niger Delta has just called now is from Igbodo. And you now, the original son, from the breed of the first son, because the first son have to remain with their father. Now you are calling from Delta State. Igbodo brother, Jami Hinu Igwa Wihichon Igwa Wedu.
My brother Mazonyibe, when you go from Wadoma Banko, I'm calling you from Malaysia. Let me just thank our great leader Mazen Nandekano, because I call him a great leader because he made us that come from Delta area to know that our true biological where we come from. So that's why I give him all the respect. I am also greeting our deputy Mazen Uchemofo for his wonderful work. All the IPOB hierarchies, I greet you all. Mazonibe, I've been listening to you every morning. That is Nigerian time, that is Malaysia afternoon. I always listen to your wonderful speech and wonderful educator. You educate us all over every day. You see, at times it's not our fault because it's what happened in those days, our forefathers being misled by Britain and change our names. There's one time I was discussing with one of our brothers here. I told him that the people of Igbodo are Igbos. You see how? I said, what's the meaning of Igbo? Igbodo.
Igbodo. Udo. This is where Igbos farm peace. Igbodo means this is where Igbos farm peace. If you are from Bendel Igbo, Delta Igbo, you don't know the meaning of your name. Call me on this platform, I tell you the meaning of your village name. When you hear Igbodo or Igbodo, it means this is where the Igbos found peace. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Go ahead, please. Igbo gedo, anyị chọkwa udo, ọ bụ ebe a ka anyị fụ udo. Ọ ebe a ka anyị chọta udo, and anyị afụkwa udo ebe a, anyị ka anọ ebe a ka anyị fụ udo. The same way some of them are very comfortable in America, in China, in Japan, in Malaysia, and you are now seeing Ohaneze Ndigbo na Sambisa forest because they found a little bit peace, and sometimes they forget where they are coming from. Go ahead, my brother.
So, my brother, whenever time I speak with them, most of my friends here that came from like Anambra, Imo State, others, I do like to talk to them. I call myself an Igbo man. They say, hey, you, Onion Bamili, this. I say, no, I'm not an Bamili. Forget that Hausa and the British just came among us and divide us up and down. If not Nandekano, we wouldn't know that God has brought that man to make us to understand who we are. I'm very grateful for that. I'm proud Igbo. Despite anything, I speak Igbo. When a Igbo man speak, I don't understand what they speak, but as an Igbo great man speak, I speak Igbo and I understand what they speak. I mingle with them. I do things with them. So my brother, we should keep on fighting. This Biafra is our identity. There's no two ways about it. Nobody will take it away from us. It's our identity, it's our origination, and God must surely restore our land. You see, like this place we are, we all that in abroad, we do nothing. We suffer in abroad. But if we are in our homeland, nobody will threaten us. Nobody will tell us that this, that, because we know that we are a homeland. Our land is very blessed. You see, the British and the British mastermind everything. Told we that came from river area that we are not Igbo, we are this, we are that. You know, but thank God for Nandekano. I asked one of my friends, do you know the reason why they wanted to kill Nandekano? He said, I said, listen, because of what? Nandekano is the only man that unites the people we that call South and Niger Delta and Upland Igbo. They unite us, he make us to understand that this is who we are. That is the reason why they are after him, because he's only man.
How dare he say the truth? How dare he say the truth?
He's only man. My brother, it's only man that stand. Say, yes, these are my people. Since I was born, I don't even know that Iguacha is Port Harcourt. Since I when I joined IPOB, start listening to Radio Biafra.
It was called Iguacha or Umbamili. Iguacha or Banini. And so when you see Monkey and Babu say, I want equally, I want Niger, that I could only pity them because it will dawn on all of us if we refuse to do what we are supposed to do.
One thing, my brother, let me just give chance for us to speak. The only thing that will help us, that will save us, is our Biafra. Without Biafra, we are not going anywhere. We are nobody. We will remain slave in Nigeria. But let me just speak my language for a little bit. One of our brother, last time radio Biafra, say I am more transmitter. So, let's unite together and make sure that because sorry my brother, they can when you remain. At times they are not listening, they don't know. They can you look at what is happening. Because things are very worse now in Nigeria. People are money, especially people, most of our people are money. So I do like to speak to them, tell them, look at what's going on. Most of the information from Radio Biafra, I pass it to them. No, who hear remaining. So yeah, I hear my brother.
There is no problem. Text message. Na Mbuiche forum ndi abo.
Okay.
When they are actually were to transmitter chiabo. In fact, only Buhusin, only most state Husin, okay, yenny 100,000. So she any text message.
No problem.
Na Buchi me aliabo.
No problem. No problem. So about that.
Thank you very much. God bless you. We must continue. Yes.
Morning.
Yes, good morning, Adadi Norama. Go ahead, please. The word is listening.
Ana mekele ya obi dị m ụtọ ali na-eme ihe Biafra ọkwa na ya our last hope. Without Biafra we are finished. So achọrọ m onwe ihe m chọrọ ka m na ikwu amana m mgbe ị ga-enweta time ka m kpọọ gị.
Just send text message on this line. I will call you.
Message.
Send me text message. No me hicho igwame Adade no Rama. I will call you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. Yes, we must continue. Call on the line your name and where are you calling from?
No?
Yes, good morning. Go ahead, your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Salim.
I would suggest you turn down the volume of your radio test, please, my brother, so you won't be distracted.
Okay, hello, can you hear me now?
Go ahead, I can hear you loud and clear, please.
Okay. My name is Salim. I'm coming from Aba. Yes, I want to thank you for your company for us. I would like to look at never. And then you want to be for a New York. Yes, I want to have to say now.
Thank you very much. Our people must remain focused. The media is a weapon that is being used to wipe us away, to destroy us completely, to the very fabric of the matana, the very womb that brought us to this earth. And if you claim not to know anything or not willing to do anything about it, you fasten your seatbelt because the journey.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Please go ahead. The word is listening.
I'm on your boy state from the south, on the gate to be precise. And I'm calling from Enugu. Sir, I have a report to give to you. Okay, sir. What is happening from Enugu now is that the Zoo military took out everywhere in Ekobinago now. Both inside the village, everywhere in Ekobinago. Honestly, since 3 days ago now, we have been running helter skelter everywhere in Ekobinago. Honestly, all is not well. We are panicking here in Ekobinago. We don't know what to do. But since the day before yesterday, I've been trying this number in order to get through. No way. But today, this morning, I get through identification. Everywhere, no Zoo military is, even in their healers, they did not write any number. That's why I decided to call this morning and give this information. They are Zoo military, but they have no name. Even in the Zoo military, they don't have any name. They are just patrolling with their van, arresting innocent
Those
people.
are the imported mercenaries. When they kill our people, they will tell you it's unknown soldier. BBC will tell you it's unknown soldier. Yoruba Propel Gota Media will tell you it's unknown soldier. If you are a Biafran within the Enugu Axis, around this Ekebinago name or he called, or this village is just called, I want all of you to
I don't want to give exactly where I am now.
People will understand, don't worry. Those of you in Enugu, watch out for the invasion of foreign mercenary, for terrorists, Lugard and the prostitute for Ashore to take over Nigeria, BIAFRALAND, and call it Niger area. They had to employ a mercenary. Of course, the Rizami family employed a mercenary from India. He is a British by citizen and origin. His name is Lugard, Frederick Lugard. He was area boy in India because India was a place where it's good for them to rape and kill and murder.
Yes.
Despite the things India went through, when I see India behaving like British government now, most of them, I could only pity them. Because when you close this chapter, you will open another chapter. When you think you have monopoly over power, you have monopoly over technology, you are the Alpha and Omega, we say you lie. You are mere mortal. You were born one day, you will die one day. And others will continue from where you stop. So no mistake about it. So go ahead.
Yes, I'm a boy man. Yes, sir. I'm an Ebonyi man. Is that south from Ondeke, our ancestral home. But I'm here in Enugu. Anything it takes, honestly,
yes,
you face it.
Now let's look at it. You are a Ebonyi man now, because one Yoruba now they've carved out Ebonyi outside Enugu to divide us the further. Because the last time I checked, there was nothing like Ebonyi.
Dave Umar cannot do anything. Honestly, Dave Umar is not the owner of Ebonyi State. Ebonyi State is a Biafra, and there's nothing Dave Umar can do about it. Honestly. I have promised myself that I'm the one who is going to get the Dave Umar down, and I don't think there's anything that's going to get me back from there. Honestly, I must do that. George Onibai, thank you for your program. Thank you very much,
my brother, and God bless you. We are going through. Our people must understand the role that medias are playing. Some of them are actually designed to exterminate us, to kill us, to wipe us away, to shut us down, so we never talk about the truth. But then we must continue. There's a caller on the line. I will appreciate if you will turn down the volume of your radio set and go ahead, because the world is listening. Morning, sir. I'm loyal to your government.
My name is Okechukwu. I'm calling from Aba. I'm on you more in all local government area of Imo State. That was the last time. No, you should go and join any IPOP unit around this area. And I thank you so much, because I am in Hegaga on. I know now almost about the next unit. Or the next one, David Chairman. So it's an opportunity. I make all the information in I will matter. I didn't have to since morning today, since 5 o'clock, broadcasting on here. So it was almost some minutes to 6 to go to the other one. But since 3 days now, I've been very, very comfortable with all your topics about our director, Mazin Damdekalo. And yesterday, information in being our deputy director, Mazin Chemefo Ogu, my brother. If you know them come with this wall, because I'm not even working them to the extent that I have relaxed my mind to look towards the direction that our leader is directing us to. I think last time I'm there, and I'm 100% fit to exercise my patience and wait for all his directives, and I'm ready to follow it up. Become information if them gonna be wrong go now. To be sincere, I find them out the name when some people in the register go there that you don't go. So Ugo had that I may have that happen that unit, you got to another unit, you got to belong. So I want to tell you, if such a thing is good, because it's not good, it's paralyzing the struggle. Some people of Batana had to do one unit the other hand. Have that unit, get to another unit again, and that unit we never had before.
That is noted. The bottom line is that you see, somebody on the Facebook platform just asked me, what is the next way forward? Please, you that is asking me what next, go to your village and tell your people that this cloud that has gathered, it will surely rain. That is the next way forward. Our supreme leader say we will leave the door open. Let the enemy show themselves. There are many people walking in and out of IPOB trying to destroy what we are doing. We are taking record of all of them. Have you listened to Radio Buhari International? You will see that Mazen Nandekano. No, for instance, Mazen Nandekano, Mazuchi, for George Unibe is their topic. Hey, Jajanibe do this one. Jajanibe beat up Mambo. In fact, go to my wall now. There is a post today telling you that I am destroying IPOB. I'm going to destroy IPOB, but I am under every oath imaginable. And I pray for IPOB leadership to put me under more oath. I need more oath. But all these are also born Yoruba people. They have support of some principal officers who are naive and ignorant. They destroy even people who are working for the system. But the point is that it's a matter of time. All of them will know the truth. All we need to do, don't let them detach you. Don't let them discourage you. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. The Bible says that the day of shaking will come. Only the unshakable will remain. Only the unshakable. Let them do what they do. Let them parabolate and galavant and do all nonsense they want. This is their time. Our time will come. Thank you very much. We must continue.
Thank you so much. I am appreciating I'm appreciating my director, Mazen Namodekano, Kamano, the God of lightning and the thunder. Na-ekelekwa my deputy director Ucheme for 1 man squad. I love you so much. Very calm man.
Of course.
Shalom Biafra.
Shalom Biafra. Yes, caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, go ahead, please. The world is listening.
My name is Chukwemeka. I'm from Baisen, calling from Germany. I thank you, my brother. I listen to your program every morning. Every time I listen to your program, I weep honestly. May God protect you. May God bless you. Any hand, any eye that have evil plan towards you, may that eye get blind. May that hand wither. Any dead that want to kill you, in fact, let him come and kill me or kill any of my brother too. That is how I see it, because Biafrans need you. Forget about those who are yapping and gossiping and trying to blackmail you. We know how they do. When they find out you are doing something good, they always come after you. Just like I saw a post on Facebook, like what you're saying. I saw a post on Facebook saying our leader collected money and from Atiku and call off the boycott. Look at the mentality of some animals who are talking this thing, but the killings in our land sponsored by British government, that animal is not saying it.
God is not talking to them.
All the ratings,
all those useless people, God is not talking to them.
All those people, they don't see it. The only thing he's seeing is this and that, which is of course a lie from the pit of hell. Our people have to sit up and stand firm. There is danger. And one thing I want to contribute is last time I tried to call you when one of our brother from Ipob was speaking from Bonny area. My auntie was married in that area. The daughter's name and the son name is Choma, and then one is Ibifubara, one is Ibitamina. I don't know what that means in their language there, but I know they are Igbo. The husband name is Ware. I speak Igbo with the man. So I don't understand why people in that area we should be afraid. That I would rather die than to see anything that we happen to where my auntie or my cousins are living. We all are one. Let us come together and unite. Both people from Ejo, people from Akwa Ibom, people from Calabar. It is high time. This is no longer the era of let's give them time, let's do this or that. These people should wake up by now. I can't understand when somebody is telling you Igbo man is your problem. But that man is killing you every day. You're seeing it before your eye. And that Igbo man is pointing at have never taken up a cutlass to kill you or to rape your mama in the farm. But every time you're still afraid of that Igbo man. But this man is killing and exterminating your race. And you keep on watching. I mean, these are silly excuses for me at this present time. These people should wake up. Our people should wake up. Those in Lagos should wake up and contribute. If you are talking of transmitter now, let our people in Lagos and even the ones in abroad, let us contribute small things, everything will be okay. But our people will not do it. Those who are more here in IPOB members going and contributing are people who are even looking for the money, who don't have much. Those who feel they have more, they don't come. And tomorrow these people will come out and say, do you know who? These are the kind of things that drive me insane. And that is that and that one. When you come out and tell me, do you know who I am, or don't you I will choke my eye inside your eye, my hand inside your eye. I don't care who you are. What I care is what you can do for your people. Our people, more especially the ones in abroad, should wake up now and begin to call their people and let us rally around our leader and see whether we can free ourselves. Sometimes I respect our leader. I cannot take what he's taking. Sometimes it's better let him even forget about us. Let these people decimate and finish all of us. Maybe that time our eyes will open. Our people are so wicked and ungrateful. Especially the rich ones, not the young ones. Those who force themselves and call themselves our ally. These are the demons. We said it is like this, they will come out with their ill-gotten wealth and they begin to there will be no forgiveness, honestly. All these evil kings, this so-called, look at Ifan Oba with his big stomach going to Lagos to campaign for APC. But they are looking to explain now, what has he said, what has he done? But tomorrow he will still come out with that his big stomach and be saying this. These are the people, we should lift these people on their home, on the streets. I'm telling you this, the way my body is wired, the way I think of these people, they are disgusted, honestly. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you, and God bless you. Our people must remain focused. You must understand the need why everybody must look for IPOB family very close to you. Wherever you are across the globe, you must see the need while our people must have access to this very information that is being disseminated through this very platform. Radio Biafra, I must assure you that we must appreciate Chukwu Kikabiama for giving us a person, a leader in the person of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and his deputy. This is how far we can go with this morning program. As I sign off from here, we must not forget the man that has gone before us, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and his deputy. Remain blessed, remain focused. Chukwu Kikabiama be with you.